Well, we had some technical difficulties and I didn't really recognize what was going on. On the computer side of it, the dashboard was saying that it was disconnected, but on the Xbox side of it, it was saying it was running just fine. So I didn't realize what was going on until the Xbox side of it actually crashed, and so we lost a bunch. This is just a prop. This is just so that we can be somewhere close to where we were when it cut out. But honestly, this isn't even the engine that we're working on. The car isn't even in the shop because the car was already finished. Uh, yeah, sorry about that. So there's the engine that we didn't get to see fully built. But yeah, we didn't spare any expense at all with this build. Um and so yeah, let's see what the baseline is. Kind of, because I already did some tuning that you guys all missed. But I suppose I could reset the tune and we could retune it together. But I don't like this tune. But we can always revisit it if anyone is upset. We can always revisit it. But where we've left off in the in where we are now is we're retuning this. Um, our top speed, I think we can get a little bit more out of it. So let's push that up a bit. And then we're gonna need to make up for that by bringing this just slightly closer. If you watched any of my other videos on tuning, then you'll know what I'm doing. If you haven't, then we are fixing our exponential curve so that our gears don't bog out or not engage. Is that good? I don't know. I think that'll work. I think we can actually push second gear a bit. Yeah, and the last test run, seventh gear, like barely even got used. So we're gonna basically shorten seventh gear a bit. Fifth looks weird. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. We're gonna try that. We're gonna try that out. Sorry, I'm being finicky and being anal. It's fine. We're gonna get this thing running at optimal conditions. Because we don't accept anything but the best. Also, we need to hit 300 miles per hour and not kilometers per hour. They're not the same at all. That was very disappointing. I was feeling all good. I was like, we hit 300 miles per hour, but it's not miles per hour, it's kilometers per hour. And then we switched it. And it was like 200 and I forget, like 224 or something. Not as impressive. Still impressive. I mean, like, it did go over 200 miles an hour. I mean, that's not, you know, that's not nothing. It's just not 300 miles an hour. Exactly, is it? No. No. So it did have room for improvement. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's back up. I'm already liking first gear a bit. Feels pretty touchy. Alright. Alright, so we redlined 7, so we gotta come back. We redlined 7, and we also bogged, we bogged on 1, and we redlined 7, so we gotta fix 1 and 7. Basically what that means is we pushed this engine to its very, very limit on its gear ratio, and didn't give it enough gears to keep going. So like it just didn't have, it was all the way primed, and it was spinning as fast as it could possibly spin with the gear ratio we had. So it's not horrible. It definitely moves, just doesn't move very fast. It kind of feels like a glorified, like, family car. Maybe a little cooler. Oh, the loading screen. It's so friggin' long in this game. I don't get it. It's like there's nothing to load. What is like, and the game just crashed too, pretty bad. Crashed pretty bad. It stopped the. I had to restart the whole Xbox. I couldn't get the game to go. It was just black screening, but you could hear the sound. Very strange. I just read one of the patch updates. It had like 1.5 million things they patched. I don't recall them mentioning that one. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna tweak first gear and what was it, and 7th gear, and potentially add an 8th. Get out of the way. Who put that there? Or just change the ratio, I guess. We want it to be. Let's just change the ratio and see. Well, I mean, besides the adjustments we needed to make with these. Alright. I don't want to mess with that too much, but we can't mess our exponential curve up. It's got to still be pretty, or the whole thing is kaputs. Yeah, I think we're gonna solve that problem by... Oh, by not doing that. Ooh, cool, it saved it. By adding another gear. Usually when you put it back, it's, it like resets it. That was nice. And then that should solve our 7th gear problem, really. And then we don't need to touch it. Because I don't think that it was necessarily a bad ratio on the gear itself. It just didn't have enough. Oh, we could add it. We could add a 9th. Fuck it. Even if we don't use it, it doesn't matter. Like, it's there. It's there if we make it there. And if you see what I'm doing, every gear after the one before it needs to be closer than the one before that. So like you can have the farthest distance between 1 and 2, and then that distance needs to get closer together between 2 and 3, and so on and so forth all the way down, which creates your exponential curve. And the prettier you can make it, the better like transitions you're gonna have, and the smoother your overall experience will be. Yes. All right, let's go test it out. I mean, we can hit the dyno, but we'll hit the dyno after all of our tests when we have it running the way that we want it to, so that we can see the improvements, the final improvements. We went to the speed track before. We could go to the drag strip now that we have it kind of better tuned in. Oh, but I did change the overall ratio. I did some massive things, so this might be... we'll do a test run so it doesn't cost any money. Not that it would. We could always just bet and make probably like 10 grand. That's the one thing that's nice. Like, you could literally lose and still come out with 10x what you spent, the $1,000. I mean, it's nice. All right. Warm up just so that we can see what we can do. And we're going to try to match it relatively close. Although I have noticed that, like, all the Class A's seem to be, like, these supercars. And it's like, what the heck? Where we at? I don't see any A's. Oh, see what I mean? Like, a Pagini? Like, the fuck, man? Give me something that's a little bit, more reasonable. Oh, wait, what did I see up here? A Porsche Carrera. That's not a Pagini. So, I guess we'll go with that. And I'm actually a little bit better than it. So, we're just going to tweak its tuning so that it matches my rating. Although my tuning is just outrageous compared to him. We're not gonna worry about that. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. I have to remember not to just mash gas right away and jump the line, because I hate doing that. It's so frustrating. And also, I learned, hold on, that this you can do. This you can do. Ready? He's kicking my ass. I learned the red line on this one. It's basically a little bit over 7.75. I'm maxed. 820. 29. This is definitely not my best car. I mean, I think that was a lot of me poorly shifting and less this car's performance. Let's run that one more time. And now that I know it's a little bit over 7.5, we're gonna do much better. Because in the beginning, when it was low gears and I was shifting way too early, like, the time still wasn't that bad. Like, it seemed to it wants to move. It wants to fly and be free, and we're going to allow it. We're going to give it what it wants. We're going to get a good visual here. Okay. Yeah, that's much different. We're still not necessarily winning, but it is much different. Okay. I don't think this is a car to take to this competitions. It's fully maxed. The gear ratio, it seems to be working fine. Seems to be as like tuned as it can possibly be. Might be able to squeeze like 4, maybe 6 more horsepower out of it, but like not worth it. But, I mean, did you see he was pulling away with kind of with ease? I just don't think this engine has the capability to be competitive in Class A. This car you want to on kind of target tune to be a really high Class B, like max Class B, and you're gonna be doing well. I don't know why I went back in. I didn't mean to do that, but we're gonna run it again one more time. This is it. I mean, I hit those ships pretty damn good. Yeah, I'm gonna make the judgment call that the end, like we just don't have the overall underlying class power. Like our Ribson 7.5 whatever, its base class I'm assuming is either a C or a B. I can't remember when I first bought it. I started putting it together and I was using uh, performance parts right away. I don't remember seeing this car fully built as like a stock, but I would assume that it's about B or C. And I know that the Porsche Carrera is going to be a C. I'm sorry, a B. And it's tuned to be an A, 420. Um, and it might even be a really low A to begin with. So like its base class is just better than my base class, and I can't max my car out to even like this. This just isn't. This car just ain't it. This car's getting sold. We ain't keeping it. That's that. That is that. I don't even need to justify it. No one gives a flying fuck. We're gonna sell that thing and get to the bikini. Everyone wants to see the big. I want to see the bikini. Fuck this car. Done with it. It's getting sold. Well, everything's fine. Yeah, so like I was saying before about the loading, it's not like it's connecting to anyone. It's not an online game. It's not a massive map. There aren't like crazy map textures. There are crazy car textures, which I commend them on. I love the way that they did that. The car graphics, mm, good. But this loading, there's no justification for this loading time. I rest my case. I'm gonna end it there. But I'm gonna have to finish up this series because I'm running out of loading time filler. Loading time filler babble. What I like to do is talk about the plan. And the plan is gonna be we're gonna go back and probably just do the Pagini. Like so the look, the reason I was trying to put it off kinda is because once I do the Pagini, I 100% know. Hold on, let's get over there. Fuck this.